It's hard to believe that hidden within this massive city with densely packed buildings, there are over 40 parks that make a great escape from the bustling traffic on the crowded streets. Join me as I venture out to find a few of them and get a taste of the peace and tranquility that Bangkok has to offer. Just another typical busy day here in Bangkok. There's just a little bit too much chaos here in this city for me this early in the morning, because I don't even think it's 8 a.m. yet. I really love this water taxi, and it is so much better than taking a car at this hour of day in Bangkok. It's just so congested on those city streets. It's even cool here with all the breeze. I decided to finally go ahead and just grab one of these seats. There's lots of them open, but it's fun to stand up as well, and some big waves. So just passing by Waterroon, which is probably the most famous temple to visit here, but I've already been there, so won't be stopping today. Well, this is my stop. Time to get off. This area of the city can be quite touristy because there's the Royal Palace as well as some of the bigger temples to visit here in Bangkok. In fact, I think this entire pier was redone because last time I was here, this was kind of a construction zone and there was a very small little alley they made me go through, which was kind of confusing. But this is nice. This looks really good now. These are really amazing. I mean, look at these viney trees that go up there. That is so cool. So this is Saranram Park, and this might be the easiest one to visit only because it's right across the street from a number of tourist sites, including the Royal Palace, as well as a really famous temple. Just remember, while you're doing this, to stay hydrated and take some rest, sit down once in a while, because I will be doing a lot of walking today, and I'm already sweating buckets out here. This park feels very local, very small. And it is. It's it's tiny compared to the other parks that I have planned to visit today. But it's really well taken care of and manicured, very pretty with small ponds, little bridges, pagodas to get some shade under, as well as the trees. And there's even quite a few people here doing like group exercise. This is a fun little canopy to walk under. I'm almost 100% sure cacti are not indigenous to Thailand. I could be wrong though. Well, this has been a really nice little park here to walk through. It was really tiny and easy to get around. Lots of people doing their morning stuff. But now I think I'm ready to head to another one because there are a few I want to see here today. All right, now I'm headed to another park that's about a 15-minute walk from here. This one's also pretty small, but since I'm trying to hit a bunch of them today, why not? And I can probably use the exercise. Even though it's really hot, it does feel good to get out and walk. Just passing over a bit of a canal here as I walk along. These are quite a few of them in the city here. It's funny, I really haven't spent much time in this part of the city, kind of in the northern side. I think it's mostly known for kind of like the Khao Sung Road with the backpackers. But honestly, it's a lot less chaotic than the parts I'm usually in toward the south part of the city. Got bigger roads with less traffic. That's surprising to me. I thought it would be more chaotic up here. I just arrived in this second small park. I think it's called Romani Nart Park. And it's not too bad. The neighborhood is a little bit more, I don't know, the neighborhood's kind of strange. I don't think this park is as pretty as the last one I was just at, but it does have these interesting like guard towers here. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but it's kind of interesting. I'm definitely not enjoying this park as much, but I think it could be the fact there's a lot of construction going on. There's a metal wall next to me with a lot of stuff happening behind it. And the park seems just very bland. There doesn't seem to be that much interesting going on. It looks like they do have tennis courts or some kind of indoor soccer or something up here. This is a nice little feature here. You've got basketball courts and some goals set up on either side if you're going to play something like soccer or basketball. That's cool. They also have a skate park, and those kids are really young in there doing it. Future Olympians. Now there's your outdoor weightlifting gym. Those are actual weights on machines. And then you've got these, which are more my speed. You know what? This park wasn't so bad after all. I still think it's my least favorite out of all the ones I'm going to visit today. But it has some cool stuff like the weightlifting stuff and the skate park, as well as the outdoor basketball court. That's kind of nice, and I haven't really seen that in the other ones. All right, now that I've seen this park, it's on to some really big ones here in the city, and the ones that are very well known. But it's going to take me a little bit longer to get over there because those are on a different side of the city, so I think I'm going to end up taking some public transit over there. And there you go. As you leave the park here, there's a temple right across the street if you want to check it out. Well, the main entrance to the park here looks like it's having some restoration done, so there's quite a bit of construction. I'm just going to go to another entrance up here. And this park is massive. It's so big that you can just walk around here probably for hours. this concrete walkway looks like it's built for cars, but I don't think it is. I think it's only pedestrians in here. And everybody's kind of out doing exercise, walking, just doing all those things that you would come to do out in nature. So far, no wild animals, but I have seen a nice cat and some birds. Okay, there's a deadly creature right there. It was standing right next to me here. I didn't even realize it. I love this lake here. It's quite big, so you can just kind of walk around it. A lot of people are jogging around it. It's also, I think, where you see a lot more of those massive lizards. They have a lot of wildlife here, actually. And these benches are great. They're everywhere, so you can sit down and relax for a minute, drink some water. This is a nice little manicured section of the park here with these palm trees and rocks. Oh, I see another cat. It sounds awful, but I'm starting to worry about the cats, especially after seeing those massive lizards. I hope they don't eat them. I don't think they do, though. I'm guessing they kind of stay out of each other's way. Wow, there's a lot of stuff moving around in that water. Well, I've had a really great time checking out this park with all these cats and big lizards. There's another park not too far away that I'd like to see as well. I'm told that's really nice too. So this next park I'm visiting is next to the National Convention Center, I believe. And it should be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of like walkways through nature, stuff like that. Boardwalks around a massive lake. I can already tell I'm gonna have my walking cut out for me today. Well, I can see on the sidewalk here, they have it marked very clearly for walking and running. So they have two different sides of this. And it just wraps around the entire lake. There is also this massive promenade that comes out here onto the lake. I've rested for a couple of minutes here, and now it's time to start walking around this massive lake. It's really not that big. But let's get going. Now this park is quite narrow. The lake takes up most of it, but off to the sides, you've got lots of trees for shade and places to walk where you don't have to be directly out in the bright sun all day. All right, I'm seeing some other stuff as I go off to the side here. There aren't too many people in this park right now, but I guess it's not quite early morning anymore. There are a few, and there's still joggers, a few bike riders. They do have a bike path here, as well as some exercise equipment. On the bike path now, but I'm going to cross over to this other side of the park here, which I think has these really nice walkways. Oh, this may just be my new favorite park here in Bangkok. I haven't been to many yet. Again, I'm still just kind of ticking them off, going to each green space. But this is so gorgeous with the skyline view, as well as looking down at these like lily ponds and vegetation and little streams, little boardwalk walkways. And I can just hear all the animals around me, all the birds making noise, and it just feels like I'm in the woods, as far away from the city as I could be, except for the fact that I've got that massive skyline over there that I can just see as I walk along. And I'm just going to take my time. This is nice. And as you can see, this walkway here just goes around and it keeps going. I'm not quite sure how far it goes, but it's so nice out today and it's cool. I don't mind doing this walk at all. And there's this wonderful canopy of trees that you walk under on this. I mean, there is a lot of unshaded sections coming up, but it's nice to have this to get some rest from that sun. This area makes for some fantastic nature photography and bird watching. I could hear so many of them. If I had one recommendation, if you're coming over here to Benja Kitty Park, I would skip the lake and just come over to the skywalk, because this is so much more interesting. I have really been enjoying this sky walk over this park, but the sky is turning dark and I think it might start to rain in a little bit. So I'm gonna try to make my way back toward the metro that I came in on. And there are still some parks I wanna see, so hopefully this rain holds off for a bit, or maybe the weather will even turn and it will get nice again. That's always a possibility. And now I'm really turned around because this this skywalk's a lot longer than I thought it was. Just keeps going. The rain wasn't going to wait, so I decided it best to head inside. But tomorrow will be a new day with new possibilities. Thanks for joining me today. Life's a journey meant to be shared. Remember to always travel with an open heart and an open mind. Enjoy the ride and keep your eyes on the horizon for the next adventure. I'll see you out there.